Hello and welcome to episode 105 of the podcast, The Pocket Stylist. I'm Lisa Talbot and I'm welcoming you today on a beautiful sunny day. Well, it is today and it's warm and it's a little bit humid. So I thought a great topic, and actually it was mentioned by somebody as well. Lisa, please will you do a podcast about this topic on how to keep cool when it is definitely warmer. So I'm going to be sharing a few hints and tips with you today on how to look super stylish, but how to also keep cool, because we all know, don't we? It has been really, really warm this week and a lot of kind of the last weekend, and we love it. We don't want to complain because we love the warmth. I don't know about anybody else, but it makes life so much easier. I don't have to go for a dog walk in the morning with my hat, my coat, my boots. I just go off in my shorts and my t-shirt and my trainers, which it makes life so much easier, doesn't it? You don't have to kind of overthink. You don't have to plan on, do I take this? Do I take that? Because you know, if the weather report, and we keep our fingers crossed, is right, that actually, if we've got a lovely day of sunshine, it might start off a little bit cooler, and I'll give you a few hints and tips about that. But actually, for the majority of the day, if it's warm, it does make life much, much easier. So I thought today I would cover a few bits. We'll talk a little bit about layering, because of the first part of the morning is usually just a little bit chillier. But then during the day, how we can actually keep cool without taking all our clothes off, and which probably wouldn't work in some of the work environments that we're in, or even the shopping centres. So yes, I'm going to touch or base on it a little bit today. So the first thing in the morning, I don't know about you, if you're out and about early, there's definitely, it's cooler, right? So when it's cooler, we always have to think, right, now, we might need a cover up in some way or another to get to where we're going, whether we're doing the school run, whether we're jumping on a train and going to work, or whether we're thinking, do you know what, I am like me, walking the dog, etc. So some of the great cover-ups you can use that still look super stylish, which still are on trend, so you'll have that lovely modern look. And you know, when I talk about on trend, it's about looking modern. It's not being a slave to fashion. It's not being a slave to the trends. It's about having a modern, fresh look. So think about little jackets you could have this season, such as a denim jacket. They're great, right? Denim is everywhere this season. Think about maybe an alternative color. You don't have to go for a blue denim. You could go cream. You could go white. So you can add in just that little denim jacket over a shirt, over a t-shirt, over a dress, anything like that, which will just see you for maybe that first couple of hours of the day, or for your journey where you're going. If you're not so keen on that, if you feel the heat a little bit more, then maybe think about a lightweight cardigan. Cardigans, again, really popular this season. They're coming in masses of different colours. So if you want to pop some colour into your wardrobe, then you can do it in the form of a cardigan. It's really interesting. Some people say, but a cardigan makes me feel like my grandma. And you've just got to think, right, bright colour, pick one that's this, maybe the hue for this season, the colour that's in. So this season, maybe think pink, think cobalt blue, or if you don't like those colors, think oranges, think bright, vibrant yellows, or think soft powder pinks, blues, and that lovely kind of mint green. So you've got colors that you can choose from that would work to keep you looking modern, but also that would probably work with your outfit. So a cardigan is a great kind of throw on. It's a little bit cozy, and again, doesn't have to be thick. You can go for a finer knit, which just gives you a cover up. If you think about some of the cardigans that are out there at the moment, they're either a linen blend, or they've even got a little bit of a silk blend in it. So they're definitely going to be a lighter weight. Now, sometimes we don't know if we're going to get a downpour, do we? Like the other day, we left where we were and I looked at the sky and thought, that's going to come down in a little while. You know, that really dark cloud that kind of comes over and changes your day from this beautiful, bright sky to this deep, dark cloud. And it did. The heavens just opened. So sometimes, if you like the trench coat look, think about going with a trench coat. You can fold them. It depends obviously what bag you've got. If they're lighter weight, you can carry it over your arm. Depends where you're going. But something like a trench coat is really nice. Or, again, a lot this season, we've seen the lightweight raincoats, and they're super easy, especially if they roll or they fold, and you can pop them in your tote bag, your shopper bag, for whatever you're doing. Or even if you're, out on a day with the kids, and you throw it in the back of your car, because you know that you can get back to your car and, use it. I don't know about anyone else, but I remember when I used to go out and about with my kids, my car was like an extension of our wardrobe. There was, extra coats, there was extra jumpers just in case, the weather changed dramatically. So think about that as well. So that will take care of the first part of your day, the first maybe couple of hours, just as the weather warms up. And, we're definitely seeing the weather warming up when it is warm at about 11 o'clock, and it tends to stay really hot, doesn't it, until literally 6 o'clock when the sun starts to come down. So definitely think about the fabrics that you're using and wearing. Some of the fabrics, the man-made fibers, will definitely make you feel a lot hotter than it actually is. So if you're thinking about, if you're a lady at work, you may also be in an area that's air conditioned. So again, you won't necessarily want something that is completely thin, because you probably will get cold. I've got clients who say to me, my office is so cold, I actually need to wear my blazer or a jacket or a cardigan or a dress with long sleeves, because I get really cold. So you can, again, think about it. So if you're in that environment, it's beautiful. If you're on doing things about your day and you think, I don't want to get too hot, think about the fabric. So think about a cotton, think about a linen. Now, linen is one of those fabrics, definitely. I have to admit it's not one of my favorites, because it creases, and I'm a bit of a neat freak person. I like things very neat. So for me, linen is not my best friend. However, if you go for a linen that is slightly denser or it's lined, it won't crease so badly. So think about linen, because it's breathable. If you're able to, and you like bamboo, and you found some bamboo t-shirts, etc., they are great as well, because they're breathable, they're natural fabrics. Again, like I said, the cotton, in some cases, viscose as well, it won't make you hot, but some of the man-made fabrics will. So err on the side of caution if we're going to be heading down those days when it could be 25 degrees and above, because you'll want to keep cool. Even if you're shopping or you're having coffee with friends or whatever, you've got to get from A to B. So definitely think about the fabrics that you're selecting. You can then think about what you wear. Now, it's always nice, isn't it, when it's warm, to have something loose and moving, because it creates just a little bit of air around your body. I know for me, I love some of the swing style dresses, the kind of the drop waisted, because they're so comfortable and they allow my body to breathe. And think of the sleeve styles. If you're happy to, you can go for a little shoestring strap. You could go sleeveless. You could go for a cap sleeve. If you prefer to have your upper arm covered, you could go for a t-shirt. And also, if you prefer to have all your arms covered, then go for something like a chiffon that is, again, it's thinner, it's going to move, and it will create a little bit more air for you, and it won't make you as hot. So I also like, t-shirts. I love a fitted t-shirt, but when it gets a bit hotter, I prefer a t-shirt that has got a little bit more movement, because when it's tight, it makes me feel even hotter. That's just me personally. But yeah, choose maybe a top half, whether it be a t-shirt or a shirt, that just gives you a little bit more movement. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be baggy. It can just have a little bit of movement in it. And again, this season, obviously things like a skinny trouser, I think, will always make you feel hotter because it's tight and it's clinging. So this season, you've got so many options. You've got lots of skirts this season, whether it be the tiered skirts, whether it be the A-line skirts, whether it be a shorter skirt, if you prefer that, or even a midi skirt. They are so, so popular and they're available. So they're great because, again, as you walk, they move and you get that lovely kind of air flowing around your body. Also wide leg trousers. So, I'm a great fan of wide leg trousers. Love them. I think they're super, super flattering. Just always remember to do something with the shoulders so you keep the balance. But the wide leg trouser, again, I love when it's when it's hotter, because it will make you feel cooler, because again, you've got this movement going through and they're super stylish. So think about the wide leg trouser. You might even like the jogger style this season, again, because you can choose it in a fabric that's cotton, or it's linen, or even that lovely kind of silk fabric that just moves. This season as well, you will have seen the shorts tailored sets. Now, I really like these because I think they're super flattering, but you can almost wear them like a skirt and a jacket set. They look really nice. Lots of places are doing them, such as COS, Next, New Look. I've seen them in LK Bennett, a little bit more tailored, but definitely they're super flattering. So you can use the shorts, especially if they're a little bit longer. They're going to look almost like a skirt for you, so they're super flattering. So have a look at those short sets because they are really lovely. And shorts are great. Think of when you put a pair of shorts on, think of the narrowest part of your leg, and that's where you want them to sit predominantly, because it's more flattering. It makes your legs look incredibly wonderful. So think about shorts as well, because again, I have to say, for those of you who know me, and we're always out with the horses and I'm with the dog during the mornings, I've always got shorts on when it's hot, and I've got a denim pair, and they're H&M. They are so comfortable because they've got a bit of stretch in them. So I love them. They're really comfy. They work for me when I'm at home or when I'm with the horses. And then I choose a t-shirt or a vest top, I have to say, that's got a little bit of movement through it. So think about shorts as well. Also, think of the wonderful dresses that are out this season. They're all different lengths. So if you choose and you prefer a midi length, go for a midi length. If you choose a knee length, go for a knee length. And if you prefer to go above the knee, do that too. And choose the dresses that are going to work for you. If you prefer them to be a bit more fitted, make them fit through the torso, but they don't have to cling if that's not what you prefer. But again, think about the fabrics. So as it gets hotter, we can keep cool in so many different ways and still look super, super stylish. And that's what's lovely. Then we come down to our feet. Now, I have to say, I hate hot feet. It's my pet hate. When my feet get hot, I get all agitated because I just think, I just don't like it. Isn't that funny? So I tend to have lots of kind of thong sandals in the summer. If I'm in a shopping centre, for example, and it's air-conned, I'm quite happy to wear a trainer because it works for me. But I love the wedges that are out this season. Always cork wedges. There's always espadrille wedges. They're normally peep toe, or if you prefer a cover toe, then you can do that too. But think of what you like to wear. I love as well. I mean, I love a chunky sandal, and I love the whole footbed chunky sandals as well. So anything for me where I can get my feet out, I much prefer it because it keeps me cooler. And then obviously, I think they say, don't they, if you can have cool feet, the rest of your body feels a lot cooler. And definitely for me, it is. And it makes me feel more comfortable. I know lots of ladies say to me, I never know what to wear on my feet with a skirt, for example, or with a dress, for example. And yes, certain garments, they definitely look more flattering if you pop a little heel with it. It doesn't have to be a big heel. Could be a flat form, could be a wedge like we just said. But think about, again, what you prefer and what's going to make you feel comfortable when it's hot. But there's a few ideas about how to keep cool in the heat. So let me do a bit of a recap for you. think of the fabrics that you choose. Think of the garments that you choose and that you know that you like. And think of, again, think of your lifestyle, like I always say, because if you're in an office, if you're office based, you might end up with an air-conned office. If you're a woman in business and you might be going to a network event, you might have to get there. But then when you're there, you're in an air-conned. So I know it sounds silly, but have a bit of a plan as to what you're doing when it's hot, and plan your outfits and the fabrics around it. Think about what can you wear on your feet. Think about what's going to keep you cool, because at the end of the day, this wardrobe has got to work for you or for every occasion. So if you know that, as much as someone's saying to you, that's going to work, but if you know it's going to make you feel hotter, then, choose a different fabric, choose a different garment. And it might be in the summer. I've got one client in the summer, she only wears dresses. She doesn't go to trousers because she loves that whole, movement and the femininity and that kind of look in the summer. So think about what you've got in your wardrobe, how you can wear it, what you're doing on your lifestyle, and then think about working your wardrobe into it so that you keep cool on these hotter days. So I hope that's helped you. As always, I appreciate everybody who listens to the podcast, who's enjoying the podcast. Like the lady that mentioned this topic, if you've got any topics that you want me to cover, then just pop me a message, because, I'm more than happy to talk about it for you, especially if I can give you some guidance along the way. But thank you to everybody for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. I hope you've taken something away, and we'll see you all again soon. See you later.